There's a lot. So like, okay, we'll give you like a rundown of the good and the bad. I'm gonna do an impromptu review of this game, and I might just put it on YouTube because why not? Because why not? Yeah, why not? I say when it comes to this game, like there's a lot of match types. As you can see, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3s. 3 and 4 ways. You can't have like thumbtacks and stuff like that. You can still have weapons. It's still pretty cool. Exploding barbed wire death match is fun. Ladder match is fun. My favorite match so far has been Lights Out, just because like you got tacks. You can do a lot of cool things with like tag stuff like that. The online is actually horrible. I haven't been able to get into an online match since I got the game. But if you have friends that got it, definitely play it with them, because you can like work out matches. You can work out, like you can kind of like have worked fights if you guys want to, and it's fun. Like me and my friend played it like a game when it first came out. The problem was, I feel like also another thing is the controls are really hard to get. They say it's a pick up and play, and it is, but like for the first hour I didn't know how to like do anything. I didn't know how to do anything but one grapple move and then like punch. I'm also not a big fan of the fact that like there's not a lot of moves to each person, but like at the same time there kinda is, because like if you go to your custom wrestlers, so that's another thing, the customization is limited. There's really not a lot. I can't change people's colors of their things. You can tell that like Kenny Omega was over it, right? Because like Kenny Omega, he automatically has 4 different outfits, right? Britt Baker has another outfit. The Young Bucks have 2 separate outfits. Somebody else has like 2 or 3 outfits, and that's it. Everybody else, they were just like, well, they got outfits. Just their outfits. That's it. You can't change the colors, nothing like that. All right, that's fine. That's not a game breaker. But if you go in here, you can customize people. So like, obviously the graphics are nice. They look really to life of what they are supposed to be, right? But at the same time, like these are the other guys. They the FTR, they have other costumes. This costume makes no sense because it's just gold. I don't understand, but it's fine. You can do presets, and you can like, if you want to do a different attire, you can give him different attire, but it's only within the attires that he has for that character. If you make your own character, then that's fine. You know what I mean? You can put all types of different stuff on him, but if you're not having your own character, you can't. You can change moves, but that's what I was getting to, was the moves. Like, I feel like when it comes to move sets, like back in the day you had 64, right? And you played No Mercy, and you grappled, and then B and left, right, up, down had 4 different moves plus just B by itself. And then A was the same, like left, right, up, down had 4 different moves and a move by itself. And then like you had all your other moves. On here, it's not as many. Like they are, but like if you look at it, like, right, you got weak grapples, so you click on weak grapples. This is all you really have for like decent grapples, and that's just 4 for the front, and then you only have 2 in the back, which makes no sense. So say like the moves are kind of I'm not a big fan of that. What else? I'm trying to give you like the whole, because like I bought this and then I had buyer's remorse, right? Like at first I'm gonna give you guys like a lot of the good though here in a second. Like other than that, I didn't like the shop either, because the shop is just a bunch of poses and like body accessories that like nobody who's gonna like, I'm not gonna use any of this stupid stuff. Like, it's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just a bunch of pointless stuff to buy, I feel like they could have definitely, instead of making all of these different, not moves, they're just taunts or photo ops, instead of having all this that's just nothing but poses, they could have replaced all of these with moves and made us pay the money for them that you can earn in the game, and it would have been just as fine. Because you think about it, you take all this out, that's like an extra 50 moves you could have, but no, that's kind of the poop part. That's like all the poopy stuff to me. Like, that's all the stuff, and like there's clippy issues. There's times where like your moves don't connect, like. But at the same time, I feel like there's a certain type of like way they want you to learn how to play the game. So I don't know if it's like the move's not connecting, or if it's just like learning how to play the game the right way, right? Now, even with all the bad, there's tons of good. Like the graphics, like I said, the graphics are good. The soundtrack is actually one of my favorites. You can go through the soundtrack. You can go through a whole soundtrack. You can actually go to the jukebox, and you can like, these are all the ones they put in the game as far as like people who's rapping. You got Austin Gunn, Swerve, Sunny Kiss, Platinum Max. Platinum Max is actually fire. Platinum Max is crazy. And then if you go to the other side, you have everybody's themes, right? So you can switch out themes, stuff like that. That's kind of cool. I feel like if online were to work, it'd be cool, but it just doesn't. Road to Elite's really fun. The story mode's really fun. I feel like when it comes to story, it does remind you of No Mercy. It's not like No Mercy. Everybody says it's like a No Mercy, like the successor to No Mercy is really fucking not. Like, it's its own game. It's still cool, like it's still got its own like little No Mercy like throwback like nods, but it's not how people tried to play it. Like, it's this No Mercy clothing, like it's not. The challenges are pretty cool. I'll say gameplay wise, it is really fun. Like, it's very fast paced. It's a lot different than 2K. If you're looking for like a slower simulator type thing, it's not, that's not what you're gonna get. It's more or less like, it's button mashy, but without really being button mashy. Like, it's button mashy, but you still have to know what you're pressing. And you still have to know what you're doing. I will say the controls, the way they set up the controls are a little weird. I tweaked mine because I just didn't like having A as like, I think A was my grapple, X, Y was like punch, and then I think maybe B was like run. And it felt weird. Like, I don't know why it felt weird. It just felt weird. So I think I switched my grapple to B, my run to Y, the X and A is my punch. And then I think I switched some of the top buttons too, because like one button on the, like your LB gets you out, LT, I don't know what LT does. RT picks up stuff, and then RB, like something too. See, that's what I mean. Like, the controls are kind of but still cool. Mini games are really fun in the game. I really enjoy the mini games, ladder matches. Exploding barbed wire death match is probably one of the cooler ones too. So like the match types I feel like are really, really good. Like I said, I feel like every wrestler feels different. Like Wardlow, you can punch him in the beginning of the match. You start punching him, and he'll just stand there and look at you like you're stupid. You're like, what the fuck? Like, and then everybody also, that was something I didn't say either. Everybody has these cool like quirks. I gotta find it. I don't know exactly what menu it is, so it might take me a little second to find what I'm looking for. Is it here? Because everybody has like abilities, kind of, right? Like, they're not abilities, but they're abilities. I can't. When I find it, I'll show you guys. Because it's actually really cool. Like, some people, like MJF, he can like do little cowardly shit. Like, he'll get on his knees and be like, no, please don't hit me. And then like, when you like back up, he'll fucking poke you in your eyes. And he'll be like, what the fuck? Like, Cassidy, Orange Cassidy, he puts his hands in his pockets. You press the right stick, he'll put his hands in his pockets, and then all of a sudden you'll see him like start doing sloth style, bro. Like, it's actually kind of cool. Where is it? I can't find it. Is it Wrestler Info?
Come here when you want to learn more about the wrestlers.
It might be Wrestler Info, so let's try this. We'll just do Orange Cassidy since I was talking about it. Nope, so this is, yeah, so like, you can see like his moves, right? But then if you press X, you have a skill list. And you have like different stats, different skills. So for these are his stats. But if you go over, then he has skills. And then these are like kind of other moves. So like, you can press these buttons and you can do like a springboard offense. But if he doesn't have it, you can't do it, right? So obviously, Cassidy, he's a cruiserweight, so he's got tope, springboard, he can dive off rails. Some people like Cage can just grab you, like how Darby Allin's doing the coffin drop into his arms. He'll just catch you and like German suplex your shit or something. Now all of this stuff I haven't even really messed with or learned how to do. So I see why they say like the controls are kind of easy to master, but are easy to learn but hard to master, because like I didn't even know about any of this until like yesterday. You can break people's guards, like big dudes like Brody Leo just fucking clothesline your shit. And you can't do nothing. You can steal people's moves, like that's the Sloth style. He puts his hand in his pockets. You can do like low blows, like there's all types of different stuff. You can get thrown into a corner, and if you press the button at the right time, you can immediately just come out the corner and just clothesline somebody. Like there's a lot of different stuff. So like when it comes to the game, for me, I think I overhyped it, and I kind of made myself think like this game's about to be this, it's about to be that, and then it ended up not meeting what I thought. Like I thought there was gonna be backstage areas, all types of other shit, which don't get me wrong, it's still like it's still fun within the confines of the arena, because like they put so many weapons. There's like 40 different weapons or some shit. You can break the Titantron behind you, like you can German suplex people through that shit. So like it's cool, but like I guess I don't know, like I feel like I expected like backstage areas, and I expected to be able to like customize each wrestler, and like I expected to be able to like make a wrestler that could look like somebody. Like perfect example, they have Will Ospreay's moves, but you cannot make Will Ospreay. Like there is not enough customization options to make a Will Ospreay, right? So like I see what they did, because it's almost like, so like I was telling my friend, it feels like the game is unfinished, but at the same time it almost feels like they did it on purpose, because there's going to be so much more that they can add into it. Like I feel like eventually they're going to have to do like a partner with Ring of Honor, where they start adding Ring of Honor players. They're gonna have to add New Japan wrestlers. I would love to see like Kota Ibushi, Sanada, Shingo Tagaki, like fucking fucking Shibata. Like there's so many. Hell, Ring of Honor, Christopher Daniels, Matt Sydal, Samoa Joe. Like they've got so many options to be able to put in these characters. You know what I mean? And add different things, add matches. And it just seems like the way they did it open-ended. Evil Uno also went on record saying that they wanted to treat this game like No Man's Sky, right? So like if you've ever played No Man's Sky, you know that game was ass, right? It first came out, ass. Now you look at it 8 years later, it's like, damn, No Man's Sky turned out to be a pretty damn good game, right? Like it's online mode, add new shit, like they did their thing on No Man's Sky. So that's kind of how Evil Uno explained this game. So and they also said it's not an annual release, right? Meaning like there will be no AEW Fight Forever 2. Like this is supposed to be a game that's going to live for, I guess, a couple years. And if that's the case, I would assume that they're going to plan a lot of DLC for it. So overall, like I said, I'd give it like a 7.5, an 8 out of 10. There's like a 7.5 out of 10. There's still stuff they could work on. I feel like $80 is, if you're a wrestling fan, like if you like wrestling, like me, I watch wrestling, I play wrestling, I'm just like a wrestling fan, go to shows. If you're a wrestling fan, $80 isn't too expensive. If you're just trying to buy it to like have a game to play and kind of like have fun with, you might as well wait till it goes on sale. But I feel like if I wasn't a wrestling fan, I wouldn't have paid $80 for this. Or if I did pay $80 for this and wasn't a wrestling fan, I'd be mad.